there everybody, Stuart Knight here with a quick video that I hope will help you boycott what you thought and help you lead in a more amazing life and lead you to a cooler life and just lead you to the life you want to have. So I just came back from the gym, and like on so many occasions, I went to the gym going, oh, I don't want to go to the gym, right? Any one of you who goes to the gym, you know what this is like. It just sucks sometimes, right? But I did it. And surprise, surprise, when I came back from the gym, I felt great after doing it. You just got to get your ass out there and you got to do it. And that got me thinking about this week's topic that I want to get into this week, laziness. Are you lazy? The answer is yes. Of course you're lazy. We're all lazy on some occasions. You know, there you are, you've got the garbage, you're going to be throwing it out, and you're like, is this recycling? I don't know, is this recycling? And you're like, you know what, I don't care. I don't care. Throw it, you just throw it, it's going in the blue bin. Someone else can work on this later for me on my shoulders. They can put it on my shoulders, and that's where they can take care of it. I don't know what the word is, but see, I'm so lazy I can't even find the word right now. Anyway, the point is that we're all lazy, but that doesn't, you know, necessarily mean that it's a bad thing. We all do these things. I just want to get you thinking this week as to whether or not you're too lazy too often. Because if you are allowing yourself to be too lazy too often, it's getting in the way of your ability to lead an awesome life for you. Okay, so let's unpack this just a little bit and take a look at some of the areas where we are lazy, okay? And allow yourself to be honest with yourself as you're watching this video. Don't be, you know, one of those people who's like, oh, I don't want to hear any of this stuff. Just be open to it, okay? So, one area I see people being lazy all the time is where they live. Right? They just let their house start becoming more and more messy with each passing day, with each passing week. They let the dishes pile up. They let the food go bad in the fridge. They let their laundry pile up. They let the dust bunnies in the corner, in some cases dead bunnies in the corner, pile up. And the place ends up looking worse and worse. They don't wipe the counters down. They don't clean the toilet. They don't clean their shower. And they forget that all of us, okay, it's been scientifically and proven, it's been researched, we're all inspired by our surroundings. And the better our surroundings are, the more inspired we are as people. And guess what? If you live in a shithole, you're not going to be inspired. All right, so where else does it show up in people's lives? Well, we all know it shows up in your work life too. I mean, you know you should call that client and check in on them since you've made that sale to them. You know you should go to that networking event even though it's freezing cold out. You know that you should prepare more for that presentation you're doing in front of the rest of your team tomorrow. And you don't do it. Entrepreneurs, I see this with them all the time. They know that there's so many things that they should be doing in order to be successful in business, and they just don't do it. And they complain about it. And why aren't these people doing it? Well, because you're a lazy son of a bitch. Okay, so here's another one. It's a big one. Relationships. And not just your intimate relationships, but relationships with everyone. I see people being so lazy in that category of their life all the time. Number one, friendships, okay? People are too lazy to go to their friend's birthday party because it's on the other side of town. I don't want to go all the way over there. Or in some cases, people are so lazy they won't even respond to the invite in the first place. I'm so lazy, I gotta hit reply and tell them I can't make it. Oh my God. Or when they actually get together with these friends, I see this all the time as well. They're just too lazy to put any effort into even asking that person about themselves. You know, it's too much work. Let's just keep it surface level conversation. All right, what's another relationship? Your family. I see people too all the time who are too lazy to check in on their aging parents. You know, I'll go over there, it's always the same stories, or they always complain about my life. I don't want to have to go and put that effort in. Or they're too lazy to check in with a brother or a sister. Just make a phone call, see how they're doing. Or they're too lazy to get off their couch and play with their child. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it the next day. And yes, I know it, family can be irritating. We all have irritating family members. In some cases, you are the irritating family member. But just keep in mind that when you put more effort in, the family becomes less irritating because they appreciate the fact that you are showing them appreciation. All right, let's go to the big one now. I do have to mention this, your intimate relationships. So many people are so lazy, they don't even ask their partner what it is they need in order for this to be a great relationship. Or they're too lazy to pull over to the side of the road and buy that partner a little gift to surprise them with that day. Or, this is the big one, I can't even believe this one, they're too lazy to have sex. I don't know about you, but the last time I checked, sex is awesome. Okay, I mean, for the most part, maybe it's not always great, but for the most part, if you put some effort into it, it's pretty awesome, all right? And I'm gonna keep on checking in on that just to make sure that I'm right on that. Or people who are single, you single people, oh my God, some of you are lazy sons of guns. You're too lazy to go online, you're too lazy to go out on a date, you're too lazy to go on a second date. You're sitting there like, oh, this Tinder thing is so exhausting. I gotta just keep swiping through these pictures of attractive people who I might actually fall in love with. Oh, I'm just gonna go to bed. I'm just gonna go watch Game of Thrones. And last but not least, people are so lazy with themselves. They're too lazy to actually just stay at home and to cook themselves a nutritious meal that's going to be way better than ordering some takeout in. Or they're too lazy to go to the gym, the way that I can sometimes feel in my own life. Or they're too lazy to learn what it takes to meditate. Or too lazy to go out there and take a yoga class. Or to just take any kind of class. Or to join a club. Or to go online and take some sort of course. Whatever it might be, they just don't go out there and do all these things that are going to lead them to a better life. And I just want to make sure that everyone who's watching this so far and this far in the video, my God, can you believe how many people saw the video a little while ago? Because they're just too goddamn lazy to even get to this part of the video. Either way, I want you to know that I'm there with you. I go through this. Just because I'm a professional speaker, or just because I'm in the motivational speaking industry or self-development, doesn't mean that somehow I'm immune to this. I'm a human being with a heart and with lungs and with a brain just like you. And so just like you, I go through this as well. I have days where I get lazy too, where I don't want to go to that yoga class. I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to stay at home and cook myself that nutritious meal. And I just know that it's in those moments where there's certain things that I do, which I'm going to teach you in a second, that really just get me through that hump and then make my life so much better. And I want to inspire you to do the same thing. And my friends, all of this laziness, I can guarantee you, is going to lead you to one for sure thing, and that is regret. There's no doubt about that in my mind. The more you put off doing things in your life, the greater the chances are that you will come to that point when you have your final breath on this planet and you look back at your life with regret of all the things that you could have done, where you will be thinking about the way your life could have looked had you taken the chance and had you actually just put in the effort to do the things that your lazy self stopped you from doing. Now, anyone who knows me knows I live by this one rule. It's a rule that literally has changed the course of my life, and I learned it from this other man named John many, many years ago. Here's the rule. It's a quotation. It's a proverb. Call it whatever you want. And that is this: do it and be done with it. I love that. It's the most simple thing, and some of you maybe have heard that in the past. Do it and be done with it. And so often, whenever I find myself in a lazy moment where I don't want to go to the gym, where I don't want to cook that meal, I don't want to go to that networking event, I don't want to call that client because I'm just feeling too lazy, my brain goes, do it and be done with it. And I'm like, all right, fine. And then I do it, and then I'm done with it, and then I've created motion in my life. You see, here's what I know, and something I've learned in the last well over 20 years as being an entrepreneur and someone who's been able to reach a certain level of success in my own life. I've really truly learned that the universe will always respond to you when you put something out toward the universe. So when you're not lazy and you actually make a decision and you do that thing that you're feeling too lazy to do, what you've done is you've created motion. You've created movement. You've created energy. You've thrown it out into the universe, and now the universe has no choice but to respond. It may not always respond the way that we had envisioned, but it will respond. The universe is this grand mirror. It's this beautiful ping pong tournament. It's this great thing that will always reflect back to you. And when you put energy out into the universe, it will come back to you. Now, when you're being lazy, you're giving the universe nothing to respond to. And it just sits there and waits and waits and waits for you to do something. But when you aren't lazy and you do it and then you're done with it, you've sent energy out, and then something always comes back. And the more that you allow to keep coming back into your life, the more you keep changing your life, and the more you start leading your life to something that is awesome, something that is what you've always wanted. The universe right now is just sitting there, waiting to give you every single thing you've ever wanted in life. That's true. The only question is whether or not you are going to be too lazy to ask for it. Thanks for checking out that video, my friend. I've got one more over here for you. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And next to that, you can also subscribe to my weekly newsletter. If you do, you get a free gift. How cool is that? And last but not least, please make sure that you share this with other people. Together, we can change the world. All right, thanks. Bye-bye.